Mic check, mic check. Test, test. Okay, sorry about that. It seems that Diablo 4 at it again. It froze my entire PC, shut down my stream, and then also um, took down my recording with it. So, yeah, that's too bad. Well, aside from the fact that it took me took me like 10 minutes to get back online, I did lose out on like 150 cinders and a little bit of time. That could have been like another level or so, but yeah, either way, that's just how it is. So, I think it's about time. Oh, maybe I actually should switch over to this. Although I'd rather have one that has like armor stat on it. It's about time for me to actually start trying to craft some nightmare sigils and hope that I get the ones that I'm looking for. There we go. Fingers crossed. I need forgotten wisdom across the board. Will I get it? Nope, 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 nope. Protection shrines? Nope, 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 nope. And yeah. What I could do is, oh, except for these ones, maybe I can get like some good equipment out of them later. Product materials, equipment. Okay, but if I salvage these, I try again. Ugh. Welcome back. Hey, thanks, David. Actually, I'll find more of these. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna salvage them all and I'll try. Oh, I can make two. Come on. Protection shrines. These are useless. Completely useless. Well, I guess this is gonna be one of those days where I'm only gonna be able to. Oh, hold on. Collection of one-handed weapons. Yeah, sure. The more aspects, the merrier. We got overwhelming currents. Well, I don't really need that. Ah, there we go. There's some nightmare sigils there. And I finally got some more abstruse sigils out of this too. Alright. If I throw this on, I can replace... I can throw conflagration on it. Finally. Your other issue with D4 at the moment is Forgotten Souls. Yeah, the ways Blizzard funneling us into particular activities to get these feel like it needs a big change. Yeah, I don't know what to say there. My issue was Veiled Crystals, but they sort of... Well, they mitigated that problem at least, but then that brings back the other problem of people like about this like masterworking system being sort of kind of silly in that like good luck getting a triple GA or triple masterworked on one specific role that you need, right? Yeah. I think a lot of people were saying like, yeah, it should be like incremental. Like, okay, you like open up two chests at a time, or two chests at a time. You make it to rank 4, and then you have the option to reset it back to rank 0. And then if you get it up to rank 8, you would bring it down to rank 4. And if you make it up to rank 12, then you can bring it down to rank 8. That would make a lot more sense, I think, that other people said, and I'm actually inclined to agree. Like, why isn't it already like that? I don't know. Granted, it doesn't really affect me because it's not like I play the game that much. Yeah. Other people play it like they're like trying to grind for pit like 100 and whatever, right? I don't care for any of that, but yeah, that's what I think people have been complaining about. Well, now I can start trying to go for this. I have more armor now. I'm capped out, but getting there. Speaking of which, maybe this is one of the reasons why. Armor. Resistance to all elements. Level 38, world boss coming. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I don't. I guess this, I guess I got lucky last time. Last time I had so much sigil, like, I had, like, 3 Nightmare Sigils that had Forgotten Wisdom on them, and it felt really good to run these, uh, Forgotten Wisdom ones, but now it's so. It's pretty annoying. Alright, well, I mean, I could keep doing Whispers, but I mean, based off of what I have play tested, I should just be doing events, like actual world events. You should do like what they did on WoW as a reward for regularly logging. They give you a box of goodies. They could do this on D4 and have crafting mats in them. Sure. I'm not opposed to the idea. Nothing inherently wrong with it that I see. Ugh. All right, fine. Helltide. I'm gonna go do the Helltide. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, there's nowhere else for me to really go. Eventually, I'm gonna want to do the PvP zones, but I thought that there would be this. I thought I discovered like a really cool way to level. I mean, it's still a really cool way to level. Like if I were to get some, some nightmare dungeons that had the forgotten knowledge, it would be very helpful. But of course, oh yeah, here we go. There's an event over there. I should go and hit it. Too bad it's not Waves of Darkness. Yeah, it's too bad, really. Hmm. I don't know how much longer I'll be going for. Originally, I was gonna play until I made it all the way to Torment 1. Because I thought I had like a... To be honest, I could make it all the way to Torment 1. I have enough energy for it. But I'm a little bummed out that I couldn't even get one Forgotten Wisdom Nightmare Sigil. My entire run was contingent on farming Nightmare Sigil to open up like 1 or 2 of those Forgotten Wisdom sigils, but I simply didn't get it, and so I'm a little. I'm not happy with that outcome. And to be honest, I kind of want to take a break away from playing because that was very discouraging. Let's just say. Are you gonna try Whirlwind Bar before the PTR ends? Absolutely not. Nah, I'm reserving that for when the season actually begins because Whirlwind Barb is the build I want to play when season 8 actually begins. Yeah, yeah. At least with Whirlwind Barb, I can actually kill bosses. Like, in case people actually need me to help them gear up and all that. Yeah, I got like 19 sigil powder out of that. No, 15. That was only 15 sigil powder. Hmm. Fair enough, makes sense. Yeah, and besides, I don't have enough time. I think I already mentioned to you, right? Like, I only have like 2 or 3 more days left, tops, that I can play. And so I don't know how thrilled I'd be to like do like a second barbarian build. I usually like to do one of every class. I mean, you would know this, right? But yeah, I usually like to do one of every class. I don't know. It just makes sense to me to do one of every class, right? Like I don't want to do like light or chain lightning sorcerer and then hydra sorcerer and then meteor sorcerer. I'm not the sorcerer guy, right? Like I'm not even really the companion druid guy. Like yeah, that's like my favorite build and everything, but it's not like I'm like there's some people who like macro boy is like the necro guy, right? Like that's what he sort of is known for. But me, I'm just trying a little bit of everything, and I think that there's people who come onto my channel and they see, hey, yeah, this guy uh is doing a build for sorcerer and then one for spiritborn, then maybe they, gonna go in and check those out in rotation. I don't know. Yeah. World boss in 23. I don't even know if I care. Like, I could go and try to take on the world boss, but it takes like forever, and I don't know if there's anyone else. If there's no one else, then it's just gonna take forever. Yeah, sorcerer. Well, at least I got flamethrowers aspect. I think I have the majority of the aspects I need. I'm like missing one or two, but yeah, I already have what I'm looking for just off the bat. Alright. Also getting plenty of cinders too. But again, like cinders are not the problem. Just it's really just the fact that I couldn't find enough nightmare nightmare sigils, whatever they're called. Well, I guess wouldn't be a very reliable way of leveling then after all. The other problems that I have is Kuros to Undercity tributes. I have not been getting Kuros to Undercity tributes anymore, even though I should be, and I suspect that that would be a pretty reasonable way to level. But then again, you know something, I feel like those give me at most the level, and they actually are a time investment. The reason why they're pretty balanced is because you get all the rewards for XP at the end, and yeah, there's quite a few orbs, but it's not like the Nightmare Dungeons where you get like 1 or 2 of them, you're getting like 4 easy levels just like that. Anyway, whatever. Ooh, there's an event here. Yeah. Oh. Again, rewards that don't include sigil powder or the like. Oh, I'll give way to their champion. Shoot. How did he even get moved back? Oh, Rahir moved him, no wonder. I feel like I should elaborate just a little bit more, David. Earlier I was saying like, oh yeah, one of each build and all that. One of the things one of the reasons why I do it like that is because, well, you can't see this, but in my analytics, right, like, every time I release a video, I have analytics for it. so I can see, for example, what the most popular searches were that people did to find my video. And typically speaking, right, I would have thought that the reason, like how people find my video would be like, oh, Diablo 4 companion druid build or companion druid guide, let's say, right? Well, what people usually look for is like Diablo 4 sorcerer build or like Diablo 4 season 8 sorcerer or something like that. And they don't even bother to really look at the like that's for the top searches, right? They typically speaking don't mention anything about what build. They just look up the class, which is bizarre. That's what YouTube analytics tells me, and I don't know how accurate that is, but like that doesn't sound right to me. But apparently, that's how it is. So with that in mind, I'm like thinking, well, if everyone is just looking for like a sorcerer or barbarian build or like this or that, then yeah, I should just make one of everything. And then that's how I cater to like the largest audience possible. What about DOK? That's a good question. Let me check DOK and then I'll let you know in a second. Helltide Harbinger. Harbinger. It's Harbinger. Calling it Harbinger, but it's Harbinger. Yeah, at least I have the damage for it. The damage feels good, but yeah, it feels bad knowing that I did lose out on some cinders earlier when I got disconnected. And also that I still haven't yet gotten any of those nightmare sigils that I was so heavily relying on. Let me just make sure also that this thing's not about to end. Okay, yeah. DOK. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at my dance. Okay. Ooh. Dance of Knives, right? Let's go pull up my Dance of Knives video. Dance of Knives Rogue Season 8 build. Yeah, this is actually my most popular one too this season. Like it has like 3,400 views and it's like more like 39 likes, and that's quite a bit more than all my other videos. But anyway, that's not relevant here. All right. So okay, Dance of Knives Rogue is an interesting case. It says here the top YouTube search terms are Dance of Knives Rogue Diablo 4, Diablo 4 Dance of Knives build, Dance of Knives Rogue Diablo 4 Season 8, Diablo 4 Season 8 Dance of Knives, Diablo 4 Rogue Dance of Knives build. So people are looking specifically for Dance of Knives in the case of Dance of Knives. But for like on the flip side, I'm gonna pull up Thorn's Barbarian Season 8 build, right? And then for Thorn's Barb, Thorn's Barb. Well, okay, fine. Maybe I take it back. Maybe I guess people are looking for specific types. Ah, here you go. Here's a much better example. My Spiritborn video. Yeah, my Spiritborn video. Diablo 4 Spiritborn build, Diablo 4 Season 8 Spiritborn build, Diablo 4 Spiritborn, Diablo 4 Season 8 Spiritborn Diablo 4 build. So, I yeah, I mean either way it's nice to branch out to everybody, right? Well, I guess I don't know. I might have to think about that a bit more. But I feel like doing one of every class just expands my reach. I thought I had analytics to back that up a little bit better than that, though. Because the last time I checked it, I remember that it was like, oh, Dance of Knives. Uh, yeah, like, the last time I checked, it wasn't like people were looking up, I don't know, like the companion druid. They were looking for druid specifically. Actually, you know what? That might be a good example. Let me take a look at let me take a look at my companion druid. Although the problem is I didn't do one for Companion Druid. I did that on purpose, but I think I'll do one for, like, for a number of reasons. But I guess I'll do one for next season. Yeah, see, it is pretty interesting looking at the analytics. But I think that, like, I was gonna tell you, or I was gonna show you that, like, point out very clearly that, hey, yeah, these builds are not, like, people are looking for, uh, they're looking for sorcerer specifically, or sorcerer content or something, I don't know, but, or, yeah, but no, I mean, based off the numbers, like, people are looking for Dance of Knives specifically, people are looking for Ice Shards specifically, people are, but for Spiritborn, that was not the case. Mine was just Poison Spiritborn, and not many people are looking for Poison Spiritborn. Well, no one's looking for Poison Spiritborn, even though it's in the title. That's the funny thing. My Spiritborn build guide, or build overview, whatever you want to call it, uh, is labeled as Poison Spiritborn, and yet no one searched for Poison Spiritborn. Everyone looked for Diablo 4 Spiritborn build. Maybe that's where it came from. Maybe it's some, like, sort of availability about. I can't talk tonight. Availability bias. I'm not sure, but either way, yeah, who knows? Maybe next season I'll think more about that. I'm actually getting a fair bit of sigil powder here. I may have to try to run some nightmare dungeons and test that. I realize I haven't tested that. I at least see that my level doesn't really seem to impact how much sigil powder I get through the various activities. Laboratory key. Ooh, Sword of Accursed Touch. I like that they have it auto ID'd now. That's good. That's actually a pretty good change, I think. It's a W, but it's, like, not written anywhere. I wonder why that is. If it's a bug or if they intentionally added that in, because this is pretty good. So I know what I'm getting in on. Play all enemies. Yeah. This is one reason why I like Incinerate too. It's got unquestionable AoE and it pierces through everything, unlike Chain Lightning. Yep. So we'll see what happens next season, because I'm, like, prepping all the. Oh shoot! I have to go to town to salvage everything here real. You want to see Crushing Hand in Stinger SB get some love? I was playing around with them a lot in S6 and enjoying them. Wow, non-quill volley builds. Crushing Hand. Oh no, I'm thinking of Rock Splitter. I don't know what Crushing Hand is. See, that's the thing with Spiritborn. I don't really know their skills very well at all because, well, I look at Spiritborn as a class. I don't look at it as individual builds. Rogue, even Rogue, I look at it as individual builds, but, like, Spiritborn, I just can't. Just feels like such a foreign class to me. Salvage it. Why is this 392 item pack? Never mind. Oh, hey, I just realized it actually kept the setting this time for advanced tooltip. Oh. Damage over time. I can get more damage off of that. Or this even. Yeah. Rare staff. Yeah, these are rares. I wouldn't use those. But everything else can go. Yeah, okay. Fine. I can.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Sure. Why not? No, wait. I need to do this first. At least I have more gold now. Oh, cool. Plain damage right off the bat. Resource generation. That doesn't matter. This is sure. Resource generation. I can keep that. Okay. I can throw on Edge Masters on this now. I mean, I can even run like Tenuous Destruction and get rid of all my stuff. All of the yeah, okay, that's okay. That. I'm gonna add a socket onto this one. I'm sure we'll get more abstruse sigils later anyway.
What's left, you ask?
Alright. Good. Even more damage. I don't even know if I really need that much damage, but sure. I get a bit tired of Quill Volley after a while. That's fair. I mean, Quill Volley is a cool, flashy skill, and it's like ridiculously strong. I don't know why it's so strong, but why they made it so strong. Oh, nice. Well, maybe I get Sigil Powder out of this. I'm actually curious about this. 70 Sigil Powder. 70 Sigil Powder. Wait for this event to end. Oh, this isn't Waves of Darkness, so I have no idea how many monsters I'm killing here. I also just noticed that my mana is self-sustaining now. This is good. Another reason to play Incinerate. Oh. Wait, what happened to... Oh, okay, there. Thought the item disappeared on me for a second. Oh, this should be a pretty big upgrade over my existing one. Yeah, that is a pretty big upgrade, I must admit. Probably throw on flamethrowers, but then again, I don't think I have enough Forgotten Souls. Do I have enough Forgotten Souls? Not Forgotten Soul, I meant Baleful Fragments, and that I do have. Okay. And now I have 70 Sigil Powder? I feel like that wasn't even that much more. But I do notice that I get a lot of Sigil Powder from killing these elites. I wonder if I run a Nightmare Dungeon, like some random one, if I can get like more Sigil Powder that way instead. Enemy Horde incoming. Is that the end of it? Alright. I didn't even get... I mean, did I get Whispers out of this? Oh, did I? Yeah, I did. I did get credited with Whispers. I had 70 Sigil Powder. I still have only 70 Sigil Powder. Interesting. See, it seems so very inconsistent. I can't even... I really am at my wit's end. I think that if I were to do another... It really does feel like the way to go is to just play through the campaign. No joke. I just realized, what did I salvage those pants? I totally could have just worn them, and it would have been better. Greater collection of two-handed? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just picked up a two-handed, but... Wow, that's a lot of stabs. I got 30. It's always 30. Level 40. I had 70 Sigil Powder. 40. 100 Sigil Powder after opening... or after turning in 10 Grim Favors. Okay. Baleful Fragments. I could have sworn that I had a few of those, but... Darn. I had just gotten the two-handed weapon, too, already. Well, whatever. Damage over time? Yeah, that's a good one. Alright. 46, 457. I'll just salvage these. I need the aspects on them anyway. Or maybe I can try to roll off for the right aspects really quickly. What is it, 57? What's the... I'm getting like, That's a pretty big damage difference, right? Getting like 30% more damage. Didn't you do a video on Thorn's Spiritborn? No, no, I did not. I did a video on Thorn's Barbarian, not Thorn's Spiritborn. Wouldn't that be funny? Thorn's Spiritborn. I wanted to do one for Thorn's Spiritborn on the PTR, like I was talking about it. But part of the issue I have with doing a Thorn's Spiritborn is, I mean, what's the point if everybody else is already going to be doing a Thorn's Spiritborn? I'm supposed to be doing builds that, you know, are not as common, but I think if people are on Spiritborn right now, they're probably doing Thorns, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Flamethrowers. Okay, well, I gotta get rid of this ring then. Ah. I don't need to put on an aspect right away, but I need a better ring. This one, okay, I see. My old one did not. My old staff didn't have a ring. That's what's happening. Oh, this too, I guess. Was it Wake? Okay. Why am I think I can actually start going for the defensive stuff. Oh, I remember what I was curious to try out. I'm gonna finish the rest of this Helltide, and then I think one possible way I can farm some sigil powder is by running either dungeons or doing nightmare dungeons. Not sure. You haven't seen that? Yeah, everybody's doing Thorn's Barbarian, so because there's a new unique out, right? There's new unique pants for it. At least with the thing is, this season that just like season 8, right? The funny thing is, they did indeed release an item for ice shards, right? Hail of Varglass. So there was some hype regarding ice shards, but here's the funny thing. A lot of people who were playing Sorcerer didn't care to make content on Hail of Varglass because Lightning Spear was clearly top dog. This seems to be a pretty funny trend, I notice. But in the case of Spiritborn, like Spiritborn, aside from like Quill Volley, like everything is not. Well, I think there's got to be some suspicion that Thorn's Spiritborn is actually going to be pretty strong. So, given how new it is too in the PTR, I think there's a lot of players trying to, you know, test it out and see if it's any good. Actually, it's not a good comparison. Sorry, let me try that again, because now that I think about it, Spiritborn, or Ice Shards was actually really popular in the Season 8 PTR because it was a new thing, and, you know, people tested it and gave feedback on it, aka the affixes on it. I think players were suggesting that, hey, yeah, maybe it shouldn't be these specific aspects because it can't compete with the Harlequin Crest. So because of that, they added attack speed and cooldown reduction, which again I think was generally speaking a pretty good move. But I guess yeah, like even the big content creators were playing Ice Shards in the PTR, but then once they had a chance to try it in the PTR, they proceeded to not bother to touch Ice Shards in the live servers because even though it wasn't bad per se, it was still worse than Lightning Spear. I mean, everything is worse than Lightning Spear. So anyone who's going to be trying to push Pit or trying to play some like really hyped up build is going to talk about the most broken, especially somebody who has like, you know, many subs. It's going to do like the really big, like big hard hitters, Lightning Spear, Death Trap Rogue, all that. It's just, yeah, I think that's just how it is. Well, I mean, everyone's gonna do it, not just like the big names, but the big names are the ones that are gonna get a lot more recognition. So that's just my thoughts on like how I'm like trying to pick out which build I want to play a lot of the time. 115 sigil powder. Why do I have 115 sigil powder? Seems like this is supposed to be a Legion event region. There should be an event around here somewhere, right? Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a lot of damage. I'm seeing my damage numbers go up. Normally, I'd love to admire and appreciate how much damage Incinerate Sorcerer is capable of pulling off. But, fortunately, I can't right now. Because I'm trying to really figure out where to get all this sigil powder. I thought I had it, like, all figured out. But, I've learned... Well, yeah, I've learned more and more. About each of the builds. Why am I killing these random monsters? I guess it's because they're just like such large packs, but I should really be going for the events if I can. Okay, this is Blood Maiden, but there's no good reason for me to do a Blood Maiden here. Oh. Yeah. Alright. At least I have a good stopping point on this. I'm gonna run some of these. Oh! This is the one that I was looking for. Ring of Engulfing Flames. Yeah, I can replace my flamethrowers for it. And I can put flamethrowers on my weapon like I'd originally wanted. Yeah. That's something I'm gonna have to do, like, after this. Yeah, another thing about the live server is that since I'm gonna have all my materials and Broderick powers shared, then it'll be a bit easier to temper whatever I want, having to worry about, yeah, without having to worry about any black materials. It's 15 sigil powder. It's always 15 sigil powder. Seems to be. Cinders collected, not that many. Slay demons, slay harbingers. I'm actually tempted to fight a blood maiden. I should just fight a blood maiden here. There's no reason for me not to. Like what? I'm scared I'm gonna die. Like. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm a little worried I die because I'm sitting on like 300 cinders. That would be like 2 chests. 2 chests is like 1 level, so that'd be a problem. But I have to make do. Yeah, I do need to farm demons and get cinders, so I guess 2 birds, 1 stone. Well, 3 birds, 1 stone, because I'm doing the Blood Maiden Whisper too. I don't know about the, okay, that's 1 down. I haven't been able to kill any harbingers, but I think that one I'll have to leave behind. There she is. Yeah, but Unfortunately, I don't have a way to, like, instantly kill her. Shoot. I'm glad I have multiple evade charges. There. Good. Ah. Okay. How many more cinders do I need? I'm at like halfway. And I guess there's no other hell tides, so it's only sometimes that a second hell tide will spawn in Kurost. Oh, so I can't quite go that way. This is good. Coming up close to level 50, and then it'll be Stronghold Fiesta. Well, I don't know if I'll be doing a Stronghold Fiesta. Like, there's a chance, very slim chance, that maybe I can get Nightmare Sigil or two. That would save me from having to do the Nahantu one. It's at least, like, Festering Dark. Oh, I'm, like, zoning out. I wonder if there's some... Actually, I'm gonna run down here real quick. I want to grab this waypoint. It might save me some time in the future. Kill these first. There's some elites there, right? Elites are supposed to give me sigil powder. Oh, is that Harbinger? Satisfying seeing these monsters just explode. Or Edge Masters. Engulfing Flames. Engulfing Flames. Yeah. Let me just read that again. What is it? What exactly does it do? It increase burning damage to enemies for each second they remain burning, up to 45%. Deal increased burning damage to enemies that are not healthy. Yep, that's perfect. Yep. Really curious to see how this build will play in Torment. I picked this build specifically because I feel like it'll be the easiest to run in Torment. Like, most streamlined progression too, and I know sort of what to expect on it. Okay. 16 minutes. Oh, my threat meter is gonna pop. The threat meter pops usually gets surrounded with harbingers, right? Yeah, I'm 7 out of 10. This is gonna end in a second. Oh boy. There. I gotta get on my horse and get out of here real quick. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get credited for this last whisper.
It is done.
Two-handers? Sweet. Ooh, conceded staff. Wait, conceded is damage while barrier is active. Yeah, I could upgrade my weapon with that, but I think it's a better idea. Hey, I got incinerate size finally. I gotta get endless pyre. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I gotta get all the aspects I need. In fact, let me start trying to sort this out. So, this thing's first. overpower damage. I'll roll that off, of course. That's pretty useless. Resource cost reduction. Even that's more useful. Oh, damage over time. Okay. Okay. Damage. Resource generation. I think that's fine. That's... It just boosts how much mana regen I get, which is also perfectly acceptable. Okay, this flamethrowers has been immensely helpful, but I gotta let it go so I can get the aspect from it. Then now I can actually slam that into my staff. Flamethrowers aspects. Okay, so now my Incinerate does like 100, well, it does like 42% more damage. And Edge Masters. On this ring, Conceited. I could throw on Conceited, but I feel like it's not that much different from Edge Masters. They're both... I mean, Edge Masters is always giving me about like 11, like they're both gonna give me 12% most of the time, except Edge Masters has more uptime because I'm like pretty much always at 100% mana, but I don't always have barrier. You see, Blizzard has been listed as B tier for this season. Okay. Well, actually, you know what? I know why. I know why they would be listed as B tier. It's so obvious. The reason they would be... Oh, shoot. I took my hand off the keyboard for like a second to scratch an itch. Yeah, the reason why they would be listed as B tier is because of that stupid Herodic Jewel that allows you to like infinitely scale your damage over time. I bet that's why it got marked as B tier. Because there's no way that the base damage of Blizzard is going to be any good. Like, even now, it's so awful. Oh, that's too bad. I grabbed the Blast Wave Shrine too early. I should have saved it for the Hellborn. But then again, I could probably instantly kill the Hellborn anyway. Here, hold on a sec. There, dead. What roll did I get out of this one? Decent. Okay. It's about time. I'm gonna set it to Penitent. I'm gonna start opening these chests. Play a Rake Spiritborn. See if you can get past 55 in Season 8. I was actually thinking Razor Wings. I'm actually kind of tempted to do it Razor Wings now that you bring it up. But then again, didn't I... I said I want to do Poison, right? It's either Poison or Razor Wings that I'd end up doing, I think. The reason why I kind of want to do Poison Spiritborn is because they have... Like, you can, like, use this infusion, Corrosive Vapor, and then maybe try to explode that, but it's nowhere near as strong as Ashava's power. So, I don't know. Razor Wings. They both listed as D tier? Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll try Razor Wings. Thank you, you've inspired me. Maybe I'll actually try Razor Wings. That sounds fun. Oh, is this... I mean, I have enough damage for it, but I'm like Last Cannon here. Yeah, I have more than enough damage. I have like 5 aspects that are boosting my damage. Wait, don't do crit. Why do I even bother with this? Oh, shoot. Done on that one. No problem. Yeah, dude. That's some good stuff. I like that. Razor Wings. I don't know. I really like Razor Wings. Razor Wings look so cool. I just don't know if it's any, like, if there's any way to make it good, and if I'm like missing out on any of the other potential builds for the Spiritborn. I guess those would be my main concerns. Still have some Sigil powder left over. Thorn's Barb is a 3rd D tier build. Oh, that's hilarious. They have Thorn's Barb, Razor Wings, and Rake, you said? I don't even know what Rake is. But I'm sure that there's other builds that are simply not listed on that, well, tier list. But I will say though, Thorn's Barb, I well, oh, hold on. Like, what are they basing that pit tier, like that tier list off of though, right? Like, do they have an objective metric, or are they just throwing like relative power levels out there? Why I'm asking about this is like last season, there were some players who were using builds that couldn't even make it past like pit 75, or if they could, it was um, embarrassingly difficult. And yet, I know that Do Not Hit Me, like the Thorns Barb guy, was able to clear pit up to pit 90, I think, or pit 80 at least, with his Thorns Barb, right? I know that was last season, but I mean, the concept still applies here. So now that kind of gets me thinking, like, well, what exactly is their definition of what exactly are they basing like everything off of here? Yeah. Or they're just making stuff up as they go along. When they say D tier, is that like a like less than pit 70 clear, they think? Because I I can't help but feel like this isn't Maxwell's endgame and pit push builds list. Yeah, but so okay, but like does if a build is in D tier, does that mean that they think that it won't even clear pit 70 or something? Like that's what I'm more curious about, right? At least when I look at tier lists from I think Rob usually has a tier list. And with that tier list, oh shoot. Uh oh, I guess it's bugged. It's like stuck here because there was like a whisper here earlier, and then now it's just left over. Okay, get out of here. Okay, you said yeah, true. Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting you to agree with me. You understand where I'm coming from, right? Like that's, I'm just hoping that I'm getting my point across here. Just mainly that. Like I'm always very, I always take tier lists with a grain of salt for two reasons. The first is that traditionally there emerges some broken S or S plus tier build, right? Like this is the track record for the game, where no one really saw it coming, and you know like lot like last season, like Varshawn's lifesteal was really strong, right? Well, I say last season, but I mean like season 8, this season, I guess. So yeah, like Varshawn's boss power was like crazy strong. Of course, to the point where it got nerfed and all, but still, a lot of Varshawn builds were turning out to be like really, really strong, and so, um, you know, like no tier list accounted for that. So that's like one thing I'm always very skeptical about. That there's usually like one or two builds that kind of slip between the cracks. So right off the bat, I had to point that out. But the other issue when it comes to tier lists is that, yeah, like, I don't know what the metric is. People are like, oh yeah, it's like D tier, it's S, or, you know, B tier, right? There's some builds that their pit pushing potential is roughly the same as their pit pushing, or, sorry, their pit pushing potential is roughly the same as their speed farming potential or leveling potential. So sure, fine, but I just wish there was easier metrics to kind of go by if people are going to talk about like these tier lists. Oh, yeah, I do? Okay, well, I'm glad. That's good. Yeah, I could go on and on about it, but I'm going to move on to answer your other question. What is Infinimus Necro? Oh, yeah, we don't talk about that. That's a build that I think is just dead and under the water. So back in, I think it was season 2? Yeah, in season 2, there was a build that people were playing where, I mean, it's exactly as it sounds. Mist, so blood mist, right? And then when you see the word infinite, so infinite, right? Infinite blood mist, aka infinimist, was a build where it did like a pretty good amount of damage. Not like as insane as other builds, but the beauty of it was you were actually like essentially immortal since yeah, you would just keep popping blood mist over and over and then nothing could hit you. That was something that got nerfed, I think, in like either season 3 or season 4. Probably season 3. Yeah, they did not want that one to sit through. They usually don't like their people having invulnerability builds, like, permanent invulnerability. So, yeah, that's Infinimus. The reason why no one talks about it is that was like, that one died out like a long time ago. At least it should have, I think. But maybe I missed the memo. Okay, cool. My damage dicks are starting to hit for like 11k. There's some boss or Roderick powers that can help with that too. I might as well. I actually have quite a bit of sigil powder. I mean, I guess from opening all the chests and running all these random events, or is it killing the elites? I don't know. Okay, sounds fun. They got that as C tier. C tier. Who the heck even plays Infinimist? Like that is a build. That's like a long lost build. I'm amazed that they would even mention it on a tier list, let alone on anything really. Truth be told, I forgot that build exists. Like when you said Infinimist, I had to like really dig back in my memory and remember what exactly Infinimist is. And then once I remembered, yeah, it was like very obvious, but that's because I was playing since, well, since season 2, which was when it was like dominating, right? Yeah, one of many forgotten builds. Anyway, I wanted to take, so yeah, I think I've gotten my point across regarding like tier list. So on a more important note, um, you were talking about playing Rake or Razor Wings. Well, I might actually take you up on Razor Wings. To tell you the truth, the build that I really want to play is Devourer, but Devourer is never any like it, even in season 7 where there's ways to really scale it with things like 150% more damage and all that, it still feels I hate to say it, but it still feels terrible. I can't there's no I can't think of any way to really justify oh, okay. Yeah, I can't really think of any way to justify like playing Devour. Like I can barely make it in a Torment 3 with on just Devourer alone. And then to make matters even worse, well, at least I could have used Devourer with like Noxious Resonance, right? As a way to proc Noxious Resonance. But no, they don't even like they're capping Noxious Resonance next season too. So it's I hate to say it, but it is a pretty worthless build. Oh, there's an event here. All right. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to finish this one in time, but whatever, I don't care. Oh, shoot. Oh, I got hit by Hellfire, no wonder. Ah, those meteorites hurt. $14k. You only started getting into Necro around season 5? Well, what did you play before that? I'm guessing Barb? I have an American friend who will only play Necro class on any ARPG that has it. He got me into it. Oh, that's actually kind of hilarious. I respect that. I'm the opposite. I was never really a big fan of this like Necro stuff until like much later. Um, Especially once I realized that yeah, I could control an army of the dead with like skeletons that do my bidding on my behalf. That archetype is just so cool to me, and I think that yeah, I remember when the game first launched. Like yeah, skeletons were not that good, but at least in recent times they're a little bit more. I don't want to say competitive, but they're just better than what they used to be. Yeah, they're a lot better than what they used to be for sure. Having said that though, I don't like that they're dependent on like Ring of Mendelin to do their damage. There's a lot of things that, oh, and also their targeting. You actually can't target a specific monster with that build, which is not, just, which is horrible. Feels horrible. PoE, he goes Necro, Diablo, Immortal, Necro, D3, Necro. You get my drift. Yeah, no, I get it. So what happens if there's no Necro? He just doesn't play the game then? Okay, I'll salvage all. What are these? Hmm. Have I not found better pants after all this time? Wow, impressive. Ooh, this one's a good one. Might as well temper some movement speed onto this then. That's fine. I think I have Incinerate size. Oh, no, Meteor size. Oh, this one's mana per second in Meteor, but I don't really need mana per second. And nor do I need this aspect since I'm never critting anyway. I think I'll salvage this one for now. And I think I'll salvage this one too. Never gonna be using that. Not anymore. 3 points. What other ones? This one. Oh. Increased damage while a frost skill is on your action bar? Oh yeah, there's free damage. I've forgotten all about that. Increased damage to vulnerable enemies, increased damage to frozen enemies. Yeah, I could actually get all of the nodes from that one. From this cluster here, if I wanted. Okay. So, okay, I remember what I was trying to check for. So I have 317 sigil powder. Yeah, mainly Barb, sometimes Rogue Sork. Okay, we did quite love Barb D3 for a while, so that was that. Ah, I see. Fair, I respect that. I know a guy who only likes to play spin to win Barb. Or spin to win anything, really. So, in, any Diablo game, he's playing Whirlwind. In last Epic, when I played with him, he was playing, what was it called? Warpath? It was called Warpath. File, reserve. Hey! Hey! Faceless Shrine, Forgotten Wisdom. Okay. Finally. Yeah, that's exciting. Well, I could actually maybe even start my strongholds now even, but I probably should do the PvP zones at least. Yeah. Darn, this is too bad. I really wanted to test getting sigils out of Nightmare Dungeons. I guess I still could. I just need to go into that Forgotten Wisdom one and then I'll be good. Warpath was last Epic's spin to win Barb, but seemed more like me, comparable to Death Knight in WoW. I wouldn't know Death Knight in WoW, but yeah, like spin to win, visual appearance, and spells. Why am I on Penitent? Hold on. Trying to think here. If I leave the game, is it gonna kick me out? It probably would. I'm like running these events because I want a sigil powder, but maybe I've been doing this all wrong. Maybe what I should have been doing. I don't want this event to disappear, but if I switch the difficulty, it might disappear anyway. Anyway, I think on my next character, what I'm going to try is I'm going to actually try to rotate like the different events in a PvP zone. Maybe I could do that. Just do all the events in rotation. Or maybe I should just do them like the Nightmare Dungeon. I don't know. There's like so many things to try. Yeah. The Void Knight, they call it. Ah, yes. The Void Knight. Wait. Yeah, last Epic had a Void Knight, but I think, it was Sentinel, right? Like, you start off as a Sentinel and you can become a Void Knight. I don't remember the other two, though. Like, I played quite a bit of last Epic, but I still... There was a lot on that game that I hadn't yet explored. Oh, shoot. No wonder they're taking so long to die. It's because I set it to Penitent. Darn. Did I trigger the waypoint at least? Okay, at least I did that. And at least I have enough damage to clear these. It's not going to be like a slog. Sentinel? Right, yeah. It's like the base class, and then you upgrade, I think. I actually think I might end up over-leveled now. How long has this been going on for? Let me take a look here real quick. Well, about an hour. 4 hours? I've been at this for like 4 hours. Yeah, if I had gotten these, like XP, like, Forgotten Wisdom ones, like, much sooner, that would have been nice. I do kind of wonder, though. I did get this, like, just now. I kind of wonder if you can only pull those up after, like, level 45 or something. So, that's, something I'm a little curious about. Okay. I'm gonna go back to Karagar. And then... still have more Nightmare Sigils. But I might save those Nightmare Sigils. Like, it doesn't really benefit me anymore to get more of these Forgotten Wisdoms, because I myself am already... I'm already level 46. If I'd gotten it like 5 levels ago, then yeah, it would have been useful. But now, like, I have these Herodic File reserves. I'd rather keep those than salvage them, because it's very difficult for me to level my Herodic powers up. It's like the only place I can get them. Either through that, the Herodic File reserves, or like Herodic Strong Rooms. That's it. The only two ways. Where is the boss? Alright, well, apparently the boss doesn't want to show up now that I've set it to normal. Okay, I'm gonna turn in these. It's the one set of seeds. Oh, Ring of the Umbral. That's an excellent roll. The problem is, all the modifiers on it are useless, and it's not like I would really use Aspect of the Umbral anyway. Because I'm already always like at full mana with this whole setup. Increase damage to Frozen. Yeah, I'm greedy for damage. I should get DR, but I'm gonna go all in on damage, I think. And then especially the boss powers. There is one that seems pretty strong. This one. Damage from my catalyst has up to a 48% chance to consume damage over time effects and deal 100% of their damage instantly. Yeah, what if I can make that work with my boss power? Or my Incinerate, I mean. Oh, melted. An ice cream cone. And... Sure. Within your own blizzard and for 3 seconds after leaving it. Oh shoot, I just realized I haven't been using another modifier. Or enchantment, I mean. Yeah, why not? Sure. Sorcerer Motion. Oh, okay, yeah. That's kind of a given. Okay. Up to level 47, I guess. And I could leave the PvP area for now, just as like a... Wait, hold on a second. Raven of the Tree. Yes. Greater collection of two-handed weapons. Just what I needed. Oh, wow. That's like 5 legendary stabs. Rune. Ah, yes. Finally. I just wish I had something to combo it with, but... Yeah. Alright, might be time to switch out my current weapon now. Ooh. Ooh, Creeping Death. Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. Oh, this one's even better. This one's like a really strong Creeping Death. 516, 520. Okay. Alright. Yeah. That's like a 50% boost in damage just by itself. Damage over time and damage. I mean, this is great and all, but I think I want to like stay alive a little longer too.
May your road be filled with
Okay.
wonders.
And one of these days I'm gonna get the... Well, I won't be able to roll damage. I'm pretty lucky so far, but... Ah, damage to crowd control. Well, that's fine. There it is. That's... Oh, I just remembered. I wanted to check if they... to see if they fixed this, bug. Okay, yeah, they fixed it. Now, I no longer... Like, previously, if I used up all the tempers, then I can't put on, like, a temper of a different type. But now I can... Well, I'm able to again. Okay, flamethrowers aspect. Sure. Toss this in.
The magics await your return.
And... I'll salvage this too. I don't need that one then.
Can't have been starting from nothing.
Aspect of the Umbral, Snow Guards, and... Creeping Death has been upgraded. Yeah. Creeping Death. Why am I not already using this? I mean, I must have just unlocked it, right? There's no way that I had it before. Increase damage over time for each different control effect they're afflicted by. Unstoppable enemies and staggered bosses take 30% increased damage. Oh. For each different crowd control effect they're afflicted by. Well, I mean, with my boss powers, or Roderick powers, maybe I can do something with that, but... Yeah, I think I'm better off just leaving it as is for now. There's also aspect of control, and there's plenty of other options, but I think I'll just leave it for now. Okay, level 47 now. And I could do the other PvP zone for its whispers if I wanted. Like, I'm like way over leveled now for what I need to do next because I got this sigil way too late. But that actually maybe begs the question. Is it... Okay, so I'm supposed to do the strongholds first and then nightmare dungeons last, but I'm actually going to do it in the reverse order because I want to know how much sigil powder I actually get from the nightmare dungeons. Because maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Spam nightmare dungeons until I get, well, you do all the activities in a nightmare dungeon and try to farm enough sigil powder to keep making more nightmare dungeons or something. Okay. Forgotten Wisdom. Okay, this thing should give me like 4 levels by itself. That's why I was so obsessed with it. Kind of frustrating, but seems like this is kind of what I got to work with here. Okay, here we are. Yeah. I'm bracing myself for the levels. Brace yourself. The XP is coming. Ah, yes. Half a level already. And then if I wanted, I could totally try and let something infinitely spawn monsters and get orbs like that, but... Oh, there we are. Aha, I knew there would be some here that showed up later. Again, I need a pet for this sort of gig. Oh. See, I don't know why these ones show up so late. Experience well. Hoorah. Lasts for like an hour, but the game will crash on me in like probably 20 minutes, I bet. Actually, my stream came back up an hour ago. I probably have another hour. Yeah, I might be able to leverage this until... Oh. Yeah, here. Be using my potion and all, too. Yep. Is this a cursed shrine? If it were a cursed shrine, then that's like GG. I'd probably get like... I'd be making cash money out of that. Alright. Now I gotta double back and see if I missed anything due to the game spawning monsters so late. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew that there would be some orbs that were left behind. Glad I checked. It's so silly how it works. Screenshot band. Oh, this is a good chance for me to also find out whether or not I'm getting like a lot of sigil powder. Here, I'll spoil myself. 73. I've gotten no sigil powders, so I can't even get that much sigil powder out of dungeons. Unless, maybe it's not the dungeons, but the elites that I'm getting a lot of sigil powder from to do an activity that has a lot of elites. Give me those XP orbs, will ya? There are 2 levels already in like 5 minutes. Yeah. I'm telling you folks, if anyone's listening, next season, if you are playing with others, then just team up, uh, constantly burn all of your nightmare sigils to try to, or your sigil powder to make those sigils as often as you can. That's all you gotta do. Like, and then again, if you're playing in a party, you just let one person who has, like, if somebody managed to make one, then just burn it. And burn it and let everyone get in on free XP. I mean, I haven't, like, I don't know what happens if you're playing with like multiple people. Like, I wonder if everybody gets. The one thing I don't know is if everybody gets to um I'm not sure whether or not everyone gets access to the same orbs, or if it's like shared, or people gotta compete with each other on those. Yeah. Aha. Missed an XP orb again. Orb's like what, 5%? See, I'm already about to hit level 50. I'm already overcapped. Well, I'm actually pretty close to the end though, right? Or did I just start? If I finish this off on level 50, then... Oh, I'm definitely gonna go well past level 50. I can skip Festering Dark. That one takes the longest. It'd be great if I could also skip Bishop, but I don't know if I'll be nearly so lucky. Wow. I'm really upset about this. I wish I'd gotten this so much sooner. Oh, and there's a well up ahead. Please tell me it's a cursed well. I'd be so happy if it were cursed. I really do like their... Oh. Oh, no way. This is gonna be good. Ah, amazing. Again, I wish it were Waves of Darkness, but this'll have to do too. Yep, just give me as many orbs as you can, will ya? And there's like a well up ahead too, so if that one has... If that one's cursed, then yeah, that might be another like 2 levels. Well... Yeah, 1 or 2 levels. Yeah, you better survive. I gotta get as many orbs as I can. I like how my mana is just like not running out. What is this? How much is it? 19 per second? Yeah. Okay. Ooh-wee. What is that? A unique staff? Oh, because I hit level 50, I guess. They might start to give me some of these. Maybe I should have picked up some of the other items first, or the other orbs, so that the items would actually be scaled to my level. Sigil powder, 88. Wow, that is pathetic. But all these orbs, yep. That might be a level up just by itself. Ooh. Yep. That's looking real good. Level 52. Yeah, it's exactly like I predicted. The fact that I'm like way too... I'm like way over leveled. I think I might have blundered. I should have like held on to my PvP zone rewards. Yeah, that would have saved me a bit of time, but yeah. I don't know why I didn't. Well, I guess it's because I know that there's like another PvP zone available. Quite aware of that. Oh, speedy orb. Are there any missing orbs? I swear sometimes they just spawn out of thin air. Okay. Oh, it's cursed! Yep. Still no like waves of darkness. Waves of darkness are better, but whoa, wait. Okay, there we go. Now the orbs are spawning. Yeah, but this will have to do. This will bring me to like 53, I think. Right. Kill as many monsters as you can. Wait, what staff did I get? Was it Staff of Endless Rage? I feel like it would have been, right? I don't like this, like, unique drop rate being so low when a lot of these uniques are necessary for the final build. Well, like the final setup of a build to actually function. Okay. Here we are. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of orbs. Well, it's not nearly as many as I was expecting, but that's like half the level, right? Helm of Concussive Strikes, sure. 53. Ah, there. Now I'm starting to get these. Oh, it's Vox Omnium. Yeah, well, not trying to do any sorts of basic attack builds, but dead. 25k damage of that. Hey, rare sorcerer innovation fiery. This is incinerate size increase. All right, that's a nice helm. They're all gonna be nice helms, but I think I should just start salvaging them. Give myself a favor that way. So otherwise, I have to like sift through every individual item. And yeah, I could boost my damage by 50%, but I'm already killing them in like 2 ticks, so that's really the point. Okay. That was fun. I suppose. Max this out, and are continually made vulnerable for 5 seconds. Do I have a way to apply vulnerable right now? It's really just Frost Nova, right? Yeah, I think Frost Nova is sufficient. Hmm. Maybe it is at this point that I usually start to put points into the other defensive skills. Trying to I'm gonna refresh myself here. I think that's what's supposed to happen. There, good. These ones for now. All right. What is this? Sigil pattern 98. All right, that feels good. The what I've just finished discovering. So I discovered 2 things here. This nightmare dungeon gave me 6 levels, 6.5 levels. Yeah. I mean, it had an event and a cursed well. So, you know, give or take, it could have been even more. By a little bit, it could have been even less. And depending on the events, if they were all like waves of darkness, then I probably could have even made like level 55. But okay. The other thing I learned is that I ran this entire nightmare dungeon and I only got 25 sigil powder. The events are still better, as far as I can tell. Overworld Helltide events. I don't know. Feel like oh, I see. David, you're saying David was saying feel like with Kota they should change it to make your Call of the Ancients, they should change it to make your ancients be full-time minions, minion bar for the win. You know something? I'm they should. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of uh a minion barb or a summon barb being stronger than us like a companion druid or like a minion necro. But on the other hand, like when I heard Call of the Ancients, yeah, I'd like to fight alongside my fellow ancients. Like I'm talking about like when the game first came out, they were talking about like they showed the barb. I was like thinking, yeah, I'd love to see my ancients, you know, run around and do stuff. But yeah, well, they didn't go that route. Well, that was fun. Uh, Unfortunately, I don't think I have any other available. Or I have enough to make one more Nightmare Sigil. That's basically it. Like,
Use it with
these are like a cheat code, it feels like. Not really like a cheat code. Not like I'm cheating, but it feels pretty good to just bypass everything. Protection shrines. So 3 of these are 45. Another Broderick Materials Reserve. Broderick Gold Reserve. Yeah. Equipment Delve. Crap, this is my last craft.
Impeccable.
Blast Wave Shrines. Well, it's been fun, but I think I guess it's time to run strongholds. The good news is, at least I don't have to run all of the strongholds, so I can choose which ones I feel like doing. Okay, so the Kyovashad ones tend to be some of the faster ones, and then I'll maybe like do 2 in each region or something. I think Turdora takes a while, doesn't it? No, the Lights Watch one takes a while. I guess Turdora sort of does too, but uh, I'm genuinely upset though, and I guess at least I learned that.
I must end the ritual.
Sorry, I'm just like thinking in my head, like, what if I were to do there we go. What if I did the campaign for like Vessel of Hatred? I wonder if I get like sigil powder at all. Because it's not like that's something that isn't already unlocked, right? So what if I did Vessel of Hatred campaign and then try to get like sigil powder along the way? Like I fight elites, so I kind of have to get those. I'm gonna try that tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but on the next run. Probably be Minion Necro, or actually I said that I didn't want to do Minion Necro. I still need to figure out which character I'm playing, but Razor Wings? Yeah, I can get behind that actually. Spiritborn doing campaign with Razor Wings. But then again, I was supposed to do... Yeah, maybe I will do Razor Wings as my next character. It's either that or Dance of Knives. But truth be told, I feel better off doing doing Razor Wings than Dance of Knives. I think, what would one need in order to make Dance of Knives worth it in the next season? Yes, Razor Wings. Yeah, Razor Wings indeed. Melted. It's so sad because I have enough damage to like instantly mop the floor with these, but I still spend more time running around than anything else. Alright, I may have to spread out which strongholds I do. Just to make sure I get all the renown rewards. So, Ska's Glen. I need to do one. Mordane Lodge is actually really easy, so I'm gonna do that one first. I'll need to salvage everything too, though. Wow, this is pretty good. I think this is a much faster run than most of the other ones I've done up until this point. Yeah. Ooh. Exploiters. I'm gonna get like a legendary two-handed weapon just to beam monsters. Yeah, I feel pretty ripped off though. I should have. I really should have saved the reward from the cache,
What happened here?
but I guess I can rectify that mistake later.
Whatever killed this hunter wanted him to suffer.
Already level 54. I gotta do like what, 5 or 6 strongholds? No, it's more than that. Each stronghold gives like what, 60% of a level? So need about 4 levels, 8 strongholds? That'd be kind of nuts if I only need to do 8 strongholds. There's no way, right? I'm glad I did the Nightmare Dungeon first, though. Because I had no idea, like, how many of these strongholds I need to do otherwise. Wilds cannot be tamed. Watch me. Okay. But the game... Oh, I thought, like, I'd killed everything so... Or I'd killed the boss so quickly that I bugged the game out. I actually might have bugged the game out. I'm stuck here? That's so stupid. I'm gonna give it like a minute or two. Well, not even a minute. Hello? Game. This is a pretty good stick. Gonna make everything die even quicker. Max life, vulnerable damage. It's not bad, but I'll probably be replacing for a 750 anyway. Okay, yeah, now it's official. I'm stuck. Of course. Well. I should probably restart my game soon. I also lost an XP well there. It's too bad. Alright. Hope that they don't put me too far away from the stronghold. I'm also going to take a look at how long... Like, how long was my original recording? Because... Oh yeah, how long was my... Okay, so 3 hours and 12 minutes on my... So far I've been at this for like 4 hours and like 40 minutes. Oh! What? Investigate the hunting grounds. Oh, okay, they started me at the beginning of the stronghold.
Whatever killed this hunter wanted
I do
him to
wonder how the rewards work. Oh, shoot. Well... Just trying to click on the thing. It won't let me. There. Yeah. At least I got this upgrade. I switched that over in a bit. That's always fun. Upping my weapon. Okay, hopefully the game doesn't bug out a second time. I'll try not to kill him too quickly this time. Here. I'll go at it incrementally. There. Now he actually showed up. I'll let him have his dialogue. There's one reason I love playing Incinerate Sorcerer, right? They just do so much damage, even though I haven't even, like, really finished kitting myself out with everything, either. What are my items again? Oh, I actually did upgrade it along the way. I guess I just couldn't resist leveling my character. Dry Steps, Kyrgyzstan, Hawazar. Let me do Kyrgyzstan, I guess. Kyrgyzstan. Omath's Redoubt. That one's pretty easy to get to, and it's very fast. What are the other two in this region? Let's take a look. I know them by name, but never really sift through them by region. Altar of Ruin and Alcarnus. Yeah, Alcarnus takes forever. Also, this is, again, overkill, but I wanted to have a bit of fun with this. Flamethrower on this thing. Actually. Intelligence? There. Good. Flamethrower's aspect.
Don't be a spring. Come back soon.
Total armor. Yeah, sure. What am I doing? If I'm not, I just don't want to like read through my items. That's really it. I got plenty of materials. Okay, yeah. And I have like ice augments, but I don't have one for my incinerate. Well, I want to actually see how much damage we can, or I can do with this now. Like, I want to see if I can just one-tap the boss, because I got like, what, 50% more damage on this, plus like extra int. I could probably boost my capabilities even further, but I guess there's no point. Yeah, I'm like thinking about it. If most of the time these bosses, they take like, let's say 5 seconds to kill, right? If I upgrade all my gear, then I bring it down from like 5 seconds to like, let's say like 2 or even 1 second. But it's more flashy than anything else because I actually need to spend more time actually reading through every individual item.
Faithful children of Akarat.
Yeah, I actually had to spend way more time reading every individual item than I do like fighting the boss. So there's actually no point to upgrade most of the time. Well, I mean, I didn't like upgrade as much as I usually do. I just threw on a bunch of armor because I didn't want to deal with the risk of like actually dying in some of these regions. I don't regret that. You know, that part slows me down. It's just the weapon. Like, look, I took the time to actually build my sorcerer up so I could do that, but like, was there even really a point? There's no like upside to it really. Sorcerer stability, nice. Hey, crackling energy. Something I don't really need. Hedgestan. Alright. That's done. So that's 3 regions completed. Nahantu, I need 2. Hawazar. Which one's Hawazar? Oh, here? Oh, Crusader's Monument. That's a relatively easy one. Yeah, as I suspected. I'll pass by and do the Venus motes on the way. Yes, this would be a good idea. This one's pretty quick. Yeah, they also die way too fast for me to bother luring any of them. Alright. Now I have to go and click on or move around and pick up every individual mote. Alright. I feel like I'm already pretty close to it. I've learned a lot on this run. I mean, it had to be the Incinerate Sorcerer on this one. But the next character I make, I'm really tempted to go Dance of Knives rogue, but I think my biggest concern with Dance of Knives is that, well, like I mentioned before, Dance of Knives feels so weak in comparison to the other builds, right? So that's always scary. That it'll take forever for me to reach Torment 4. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to make it to Torment 4 by the time the PTR ends. But at least the 1 to 60 will be extremely fast. Yeah. I do think that my next character, though, I'm going to do the campaign and then Sigil Powders, like Nightmare Sigils after. I think that actually might be a legitimate strategy. Sitting on 50 Sigil Powder. Go try to craft myself another Sigil if I want. Yeah. Wait, this isn't even the stronghold. I'm taking like a long way around for this. No, not. I just realized I still need to go grab something to eat after this, but I'm almost done. I really am. Need like a couple strongholds. This will probably take like. Okay, this is maybe a bit.
Looks abandoned.
Might be a little bit ambitious to say that I'll be done in like 20 minutes, but I'll just say 20 minutes. Sure. Right.
The mistakes of my past
Huh?
will be paid in your blood, grave robber. Let our brothers rest.
Generate a barrier.
It's locked.
There gotta be something else I can pick up. I'll figure that out later, I guess. Cleanse the skulls. Sure. At least this time I remembered that I need to wait for the boss to actually show up. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, each tick is enough to kill them like 10 times over now. Kind of silly, the scaling on this, but that's part of the reason why I opted to play this build. Although, I think the other part of it too is, at least when the season begins, there's gonna be the, like, the Roderick Jewel where I get to scale my damage infinitely, so that's gonna be something to behold. Alright.
Thank you.
Wanderer's Shrine. Alright. Hawazar is now complete. What other region can I go and do? Dry Steppes? Do 2 in the Dry Steppes. I think that would be this one, right? Onyx Watchtower and Temple of Rot. Temple of Rot's like my favorite one. Yeah, Temple of Rot would be my favorite stronghold. But yeah, it's like a great deal of effort. Well, both of these should be easy enough. I can start off with Temple of Rot this time. Hit Temple of Rot and then move to the PvP zone. Yeah, this will be a good time to hit the PvP zone. That monster didn't spawn there right away, I swear. Okay. Cannibal champions. I'm actually a little curious about something. I don't know if I've ever tried this. Can I just like teleport directly over or? Yeah, I've never actually gone this way. I can't get through. I guess there's only like I can only go one way. Oh. No, no, there's a path here. Never knew.
How long have they worshipped this corpse?
Did they change this? Yeah, no, they didn't. This is how it's always been. Hey, 6 sigil powder. Give me that. Maybe I just get to like run strongholds. That's what I'm doing wrong. There's 16 sigil powder there. I need to be in a location where there's like tons of elites. I thought events were the way to go, but what if I just did Temple of Rot over and over and over again? That's another option. Yeah. Wait, what am I doing? Use the staff. Well, better than. Never mind. I'm not gonna bother. Alright. Here's another recipe. Here's an upgrade over mine, but I don't think I care. Okay. And Kyrgyzstan. Oh. Didn't mean to clear the one. Wait. Did I hit the right one? Dry steps. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this is correct. Just stand. I'll deal with that one a little later, or the next stronghold in a second. First. Yeah, this time I'm skipping the event. This is actually perfect. Yeah, I was like running the math in my head earlier when I was trying to figure out whether or not I should do the Venus Moats Whisper. Okay. Give me what I came for. There it is, Seeds of Hatred. Ah, they also give me Worldly Finesse. How generous of them. Okay. Altar of Extraction. Ugh. Really? Just want to hit this Altar of Extraction. That's it. Oh. What? What even hit? Well, whatever. Hey, Rahir actually showed up. Alright. Where else? Like, what else can I get here? What else could be useful? Oh, maybe I can actually just max out all the defensive modifiers at this rate. Okay, I gotta make sure I don't accidentally turn in my whispers and focus only on the strongholds. How much sigil powder? Oh, I actually have quite a bit of sigil powder. But then again, I don't know if that even matters anymore, since I shouldn't be doing any more nightmare dungeons. Dry steps. This is dry steps, right? So, yeah. I guess from here I could... I was trying to figure out like the fastest way to get there. I mean, I think I can just start running, and if I start running from here, I don't have to worry about the loading screen, so I think this will be quicker. It's gonna take me about a minute to get there. Alright. In total, my video recording will turn out to be like 3 hours and 10 minutes from earlier, plus the 2 hours now, so I'm at like a little over 5 hours. Yeah, again, it could have been a lot quicker with the Nightmare Dungeons. Like, if I had even one more Forgotten Wisdom one, I'd already be like level 60 right now, and I'd be trying to prep for Pit 55, or well, Pit 10 to unlock Torment 1. But, well, we'll make do with what we have.
Bandits. I should be careful.
Purge the bandits and raise their encounter. Alright. Ah, nice and easy. There it is. Fall back. I don't even see Captain Esmond until I make it in here, so I don't know what she's grunting about.
I could use someone like you on my crew.
I don't run with bandits.
Then die!
Cool. Even a little bit more sigil powder too, the process. Okay. Now Nahantu. I can do 2 in Nahantu. Shakir. Oh, I'm actually pretty full on items. I would never use that one.
Ah, a war. How may I?
Good salvage.
Alright. 57. Level 57. And then after I run this one, and the other Nahantu one. Oh man, the other Nahantu one takes forever though.
Pardon me, stranger.
I may opt to just skip it and do all the other ones instead. Not sure. Well, I think the XP reward for it is actually pretty decent at least, right? Like, not all strongholds give the same amount of XP, but I just never bothered to really figure out how much each one is worth. Good.
Brewing some kind of poison. I need to stop this.
Right. I don't have Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning would have taken care of all these easy. Actually, it's kind of funny because this season, Chain Lightning might actually be pretty decent. Because I think the main weakness for Chain Lightning was the, whenever I came across DR monsters, since I have no way to pierce through monsters with my Chain Lightning. But now I have a way to disable damage reduction aura. Or damage resistance aura. So, might actually be okay. But the trade-off is there's no like overpower, fortunately. Or well, I mean you can overpower, it's just not gonna be nearly as strong. Like 80% nerf. Alright. there's the boss too. Not even a boss. It's the last darn cauldron. And here we go. Oh, gotta clear out more of these. Oh, this one's not that bad. It's not as bad as I mean, I feel like this takes about as long as... Whoa. Oh, he's invulnerable until I let him come out. It's so silly.
These blooms. They must be what
Yeah, even the
perhaps the flowers.
Malnock doesn't take, like... It's not that much, like, this one isn't that much worse than Malnock, feels like. At least for me. Come on.
Place is free of your
Good.
and it bloom again.
Resource generation and all this good stuff. Alright. Gonna pop this open and I'm almost at level 57. But yeah. Okay. So now just trying to figure out complete a run of the Undercity. Yeah, I haven't found any tributes though. Now, which ones would be easiest for me to do from here on out? I'll do Altar of Ruin. Altar of Ruin. Okay, definitely not Cordragon. Altar Dolora. Yeah, like this one, Altar of Ruin should be pretty easy. Altar of Ruin with... okay, not Aramin's Pyre. Nestrava? Yeah, Nestrava should be pretty easy. Should be pretty quick, more like. They're all easy. It's just a question of how long each one takes. And perhaps how close one of these strongholds would be to a waypoint. Or maybe if I have enough sigil powder, I can just craft myself another one of those forgotten wisdom nightmare dungeons. Yeah, I think they really need to reduce the pool of how many types of shrines there are. I think I should just get rid of the ones where you can get extra blast wave shrines or something. That's not... Like, no one's gonna run that, I imagine. Like, why would people? Like, why would I? What's the purpose of that? Roderick Strong Rooms, fair. Roderick File, fair. Roderick, like, materials, sure. That's really about it. I wouldn't ever run, like, those... I would not run, like, blast wave shrines. And what are some of the other ones? I don't know. I already salvaged all of them, so hard to say. Alright. And this one. Alright. Attack rune too.
Bells again.
Oh, yeah, there it is. See? Nice and easy. Super fast. A one, at least. Alright. Level 57 now. Probably gonna need to do another 2 or 3. I might run Kitchuk. Yeah, just for that reward. Shoot. Takes forever to run there, though. It's the only other problem. Oh, shoot. I just remembered. I was supposed to check whether or not I got the, I got... Here, hold on a second. How much sigil powder do I have? 170? Yeah, I'm gonna craft a couple more real quick. To craft maybe 3 more nightmare sigils. Here we are. It's laggy. Alright. This is actually starting to bother me. I'm gonna salvage all rares. I shouldn't be considering anything aside from legendaries at this point. Right. So I need to craft sigils. Oh, come on. It's like so late for them to give me this. Well, I mean, better late than never, I suppose, but you know something? I'm gonna try something later. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this when I make it into Torment 1 and see how quickly I can progress my Torment with this. Maybe just, like, because right now I'm, like, level 57, right? And it takes, like, 2 million XP to level, and each orb gives, like, 36k. But then when I first hit, like, Paragon level 1, the amount of XP I need to level is, like very low. It's like it's like maybe like 100,000 or something. So. Blast Wave Shrines. Got one more nightmare set. I'm actually getting trolled by the game. This is amazing. This is actually the most incredible stroke of, you can even call it luck, I think I've seen in quite some time. Wow. That's truly impressive. I don't even, like, what? I hope whatever character I make next won't get shafted nearly as hard. That's actually so funny. Yeah, I'll save these. Really, I should save these for Torment and see how well they go. Oh, Gilded Baron. Give me all that gold. That was like 9 million. Wow. Now imagine if I got one that had Treasure Goblin. I wonder if that's only one that you can get in Torment or something. Okay. I'll like walk like 3 feet and I got Treasure Goblins. Obols. Alright, explore kitchen.
These people are being slaughtered.
Alright. Open up the cage. Well, this might actually be okay. It's something that I'd need to do. Like, Kitchuk takes like 2 minutes to go through the, there's like a waiting phase, right? I'm trying to think if there's a way. How am I, like, killing all these individual monsters? What do I care? Okay, this is actually a really good time for me to go use the bathroom. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know why this whole thing lasts like 2 minutes though. Or like, feels like it lasts like 5 minutes. It's probably not that long. Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Be right back. Oh, alright. That was, I mean, that was a good death. Slay the remaining enemies? Sure. True sigil powder. Oh, I guess this doesn't open up until he finishes his dialogue. It's fine. Alright. Destroy the pillars that collapse the cave. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say beyond this. Like, this is just standard procedure of trying to run all the strongholds, really. Yeah, if I did the Forgotten Wisdom thing, then this would be a lot. Well, this would have gone quicker, but maybe like my Torment run will go a lot faster because I'll be leveling using Nightmare Dungeons and all that. Oh shoot! Wait, got staggered? What? It's kind of bizarre, for sure. Alright. Yeah. I think my issue with Kitchik is just that it's a lot of waiting. Not very good with waiting. Come on. Why do you have to have like an invulnerable phase? Alright, great. This time usually the game tells me I have to slay all remaining monsters. Again, another upside of playing Incinerate Sorcerer. I had to worry about all that. Everything gets torched. Nice and easy. Alcarnus. Ruins of Karayisu. Okay, Ruins of Karayisu is a pretty easy one. Altar of Ruin too is like okay. So I'll go there. But I flagged this waypoint at Iron Wolves encampment. Okay. Total runtime is gonna be like 5.5 hours. I still think that's faster than my other runs up until now. I think my previous runs were like closer to 8 hours. I wonder what happens if I get one of these nightmare sigils with XP like before level 45. Or maybe I can't actually unlock specific nightmare dungeons before level 45? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what they found, but Cardinal Mardul ordered
Yeah, because I got mine, I think, at level 45 just now. And something similar happened last time with my Thorns Barb, right? Like, I only found my Roderick Wisdom sigils after a certain level, 45. I don't know if that's a coincidence or if that's just bad luck or what. Hmm. Yeah, so it was really easy. Harness. I guess I could go to this one since there's not really much running time involved in it, even though it's one of the more annoying strongholds. Okay, then he becomes vulnerable. Case chest armor. Hey, rare natural finesse. How convenient. Oh, not that one. This one. Yeah, too bad. It's not legendary yet. Good. Sierra's Airman's Pyre. Ah, pretty close. I just need to run 2 more. Actually. And then Ruins of Karayisu. Ruins of Karayisu is a little annoying to maneuver through, but I am playing Sorcerer, so that one might actually be perfectly okay this time. Okay, maybe I made a mistake. Like, I could have just come in from Arcerak and it might have actually just been faster. Wow. What other ones could I have done? I think I've already gone through all the ones. I don't really like the remaining strongholds. I mean, I don't mind any of them, but yeah, like the fastest ones wouldn't be able to really pick one out or single one out as the fastest of the bunch. Oh, cooldown reduction and all that. I'm never going to be upgrading the rest of my equipment until the very end. So, hey, this is not bad. There's a lot of armor on it. Oh.
Subject 23. The plague of Alcanus was born from the dead of this city. Like all of the corpses here, 23's tissue. What's going on?
Okay. Now, clear this, and there's like dialogue, but that's okay. Just wait. There. Okay. Looks like a nuclear mass, but ice blades. Increase damage while ice armor is active. That seems like a pretty tempting one. It's a good roll on it too. 25%. Yeah, just stacking up as many multiplicative damage modifiers as possible. Alright. Cool. Conjuration efficiency. A couple other items too. There we are. I don't know why they don't just let us have like 750 item power rares sometimes. Or ancestrals again, like how it used to be. If they want it to be useful. Because no one's going to use rares after a certain point. In the state that the game's in. Okay. Right, Nastrava, Turdulra, Hope's Light. Yeah, no, it's got to be Ruins of Karayisu. Ruins of Karayisu is actually probably the fastest one. As much as I hate to admit it. And yeah, Nevis could be the nearest waypoint. Alright, but this will be the last stronghold, though. After this, it'll be time to go and mess around with... Well, I gotta turn to my renown rewards after that, and then that should get me to 60, and then I can actually start doing what needs to be done. I'm excited for Torment. Not only do I get to see how far Incinerate Sorcerer goes, but then I'll get to pull open these nightmare dungeons and see how much XP I get out of them when I'm like level, like Paragon level 1. I suspect I'm going to be getting quite a bit actually. Oh, This will be fun. It's something for me to sort out tomorrow. I think I should have a little bit of time to play tomorrow. I can never remember which direction I'm supposed to go here. But, there we go. This area feels like such a maze. Oh, shoot. Okay, I messed this up. Be okay, though. Oh. Nope. Ah, right. Fine. That's what I get for trying to take a shortcut here. Oh, here it is. This is the shortcut. I'd never take the voice actors for this one seriously, but still. There we are. Ah, level 59. And if I turn this in, then that pretty much has me covered. Done. Okay. I think that just brings me to right where I need to be. So, 377k. 744. You know what? And one more turn in. That brings me to Paragon level 1. And it requires 600k. So I would need 10 orbs. Yeah, I could probably get like 10 Paragon points with each of these is my guess. Nice. Paragon level 60. There we are. So in total it took 5.5 hours. I mean, factoring in that, yeah, like I didn't really get these nightmare dungeon sigils until later. I may have to try. Well, there's like a couple different things I could try. I could either do like campaign, and then after the campaign finishes, then I run these strongholds that or these nightmare sigils. That could be a valid way to do it because I'd still be getting like sigil powder. And there's one other possibility, which is that I can only unlock these Forgotten Wisdom sigils after like a certain level. I'm thinking 45. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll write that down actually. Campaign into nightmare dungeons. Try campaign to nightmare dungeons, and then opening nightmare sigils only after level 45. Yeah, it makes me wonder if that means that I should start running strongholds earlier, like how much XP I could get out of those. But anyway, all right. It's about time. I am gonna start. Oh, okay. A couple things that need to happen first. I'm gonna dump the remaining points into where they belong. Protection grants a barrier for 3 seconds. Okay, I'm just one short here. Get more damage off of that. Oh, I know. I'll get rid of this. Movement speed served me well, but I'm still short 2 on mana shield. Wow, I really spread myself thin on this. Get damage reduction too. Yeah, that's a tough one. There's too many modifiers to leave behind. Well, yeah, I still apply vulnerable though. Maybe fireball. I'll eventually get rid of fireball, I guess. Oh, I'd still be missing. Like, I'm trying to see if there's a way for me to like round out all of my points, either 1 point or 3 points. I don't like seeing 2 points. It's just a personal pet peeve. Maybe this one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, alright. I think I'm pretty much finished there. And for skill points. And then for this, well, start picking up everything that I need here. Ah, Eliminator Glyph. Um... Oh, yeah, here it is. I was like looking for the end node. And there. Yeah. I get a bit more non-physical damage, but no, I think this is fine. Okay. So now that I have my resistance to all elements and non-physical damage and all that, I can actually now officially begin trying to gear up as I'm supposed to. So the very first place I should go is Karagar, so that I can actually turn in my Grim Favors really quickly. Oh, yeah. The reason why I saved the Tree of Whispers, or my Grim Favors,
This is done.
well, there's two reasons actually. First is if I get a good amulet here, or well, I turn these in, these are going to be level 60 rewards, rather than like any lower level, right? Yeah, that's not bad. Ooh, this is really good. Okay. I'll replace crit strike chance for something else. So, yeah. I also got some recipes, it seems. So that's first. The other reason, more important reason, is that I actually got 3 Artificer's Stones, so now I can actually do the pit. Yeah. I would have liked to do more Undercity stuff. I actually really enjoy... Well, I enjoy Undercity mainly because the rewards that I get are pretty substantial. But, like, it feels like I have to redo the quest for it, like, every season.
No one knows one. What matters most is the hand.
Alright, now, bartering.
So she is.
Oh, before I talk to her. Oh, I haven't actually been using these. Oops. Well, sure, whatever.
All these numbers are so boring.
Oh, I should probably restart my game soon. I am curious though. What if I do this?
I guess.
Okay, I unlock the utility aspect. Okay, so I was curious as to whether or not like I needed to have these already active before talking to Fira. Um, like yeah, if I don't do it before I talk to her, I wonder if like they'll only show me 2 items and that's it. Like I'm out of luck after that. But no, it seems that they're letting us, like, even if I activate it on Subo and we're here later, the items that I get as part of their report still show up. Anyway, alright. Let me figure out all these. I actually should have done these report rewards before I turned in my caches. That was a slight error. But, oh well. Ooh, that's a good intercom. Might have to salvage for that aspect. Why am I getting a 750? Oh, that was from earlier. Okay. These pants are looking pretty good. Probably salvage that one. Creating 4-ball lightnings. Loads. Oh, I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need this. And yeah, I'll keep these 2 in case I would need them later. Oh, did I already open all my caches? Yeah, that was like all my caches, right? I didn't actually get like too many useful items. Just
I'll try to
amulets.
make this quick.
At least I have 250 pale marks, so... Oop, I didn't mean to click on that one. Oops. Alright. My boots here have max life armor and shadow resistance. These ones have max life armor, fire resistance. Hmm? Yeah, okay,
That
sure.
carried the one.
Intelligence, max life, lucky hit. Well. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't use that one anymore. Boots. Gloves. This one... Yeah, I think this one's the best one that I've got. Then I'd have to roll off lucky hit chance for something. I'll try a few times. Lucky hit chance. I don't really think I'm proccing lucky hit for anything. Later I'm going to need it for some of the powers, I imagine, but yeah, not just yet. Hey, total armor. That might be kind of overkill, though. I don't even have Juggernaut's aspect. I have Disobedience, but yeah. And I'm a sorcerer, too, so I have plenty of resistance to everything. Alright, time to reroll. Dodge chance? Probably roll off dodge chance. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Getting intelligence. Nice. Intelligence, max life, lightning resistance. That seems like a keeper for now. I don't think it's gonna get much better than that. I should probably temper it. Only question is, what am I tempering? I'm like loaded on armor, loaded on resistances. My recipes aren't very high, but I can make do. And this, I can increase the incinerate size, or attempt to at least. Firewall size, incinerate size, good. Very good. This one, yeah, similar situation. Incinerate size, good. Oh shoot, did I just brick this? I think I just bricked it. Well, that's fine. I guess I just lose out on a bit of intelligence. I get more shadow resistance and armor because of this. Movement speed. I'm surprised that they still haven't managed to fix that. Teleport cooldown reduction. Yeah, that's kind of ideal for me, truth be told. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna double check that they still haven't fixed this problem. Yeah, thought so. Oh well. Oh well. Chest armor and helm. Okay. My gloves are fine, but I will need one with like plus core skills eventually, right? Defensive aspect cache. Oh, that's always that one's a keeper. Okay, I'm gonna get that one too. The only thing I don't have is a two-handed staff. Ah, there we go. Okay, now this one. Wait, both of these aren't ideal, but I guess if I had to choose one or the other, I guess I'd rather use this one. I get life per 5. They actually rescaled life per 5, so it might actually be almost okay now. Forgetting on this PTR, I gotta roll it off first every time. It's like the opposite of what I'm used to, right? Alright, I think that's all I got for now. Okay, and then my other ring. Yeah, replace my ring. I got two 750 item powers, 750 across the board. It's just the helm and my staff that need to be fixed, and I'm actually running out of pale marks, so I can't quite sub those ones out. But lucky for me, I kept this helm. I was gonna salvage it, thinking that I wouldn't ever be looking at something like this, but from the looks of things, I actually could use it. Cool. Now I just need to find myself a proper weapon. I might need to burn obols for that because the game has not been kind to me, it seems. I usually prefer to burn my obols later, but I mean, if this is the only way to get my 750, then well, that's what we have to do. Demolition, Flickery Staff of the Wise. Why are there so many words on that item? Well, whatever. Staff.
Well, there's some.
Come on. You gotta give me like one. You gotta give me like one legendary, right? It's so stupid that like I'm okay using like a 750 item power rare if one existed. Wow. I just.
There's something special.
That's impressive just how useless these items are.
Not a bad pull, that.
They're all terrible. Wow. Wow. I know I keep saying it, but wow. I don't know what it would take for them to like let magic and rare items just die
I'll
like
keep
for
my
good.
torch hot. Return
Why did they want it to be like, why are they so insistent about people running these? I don't get it.
Magic is neither good nor evil. How may I help
Alright.
you?
I don't even really have Blizzard. Well, there is actually one way I can... Yeah, there's one way I can make that. Have some fun with Blizzard. Instead of... Well, nah, I think I'll just keep Firebolt. It's fine. I just don't really have any aspects that I can use, I guess. Just Disobedience. Disobedience on my pants. Maybe Utility? Striker. Sure. Let's throw this on. Why not? Although I'm running out of materials somehow. Even though I did a lot of like I did like various activities. I'm surprised I'm running out. Oh yeah. I guess I should probably try to add sockets, shouldn't I? This thing I should probably try to roll off overpowered damage. Overpower or crit strike chances. Like, I have 2 dead modifiers on this, but fine. Lightning resistance. Okay, so I'm good on lightning resistance.
Finest jewels in Sanctuary.
Especially with elixirs and incense. I'll probably be capped on armor. So all that's left to figure out is which of my resistances are lowest. Fire resistance. I'll do cold resistance. I should probably do 2 of these. And then I can do double diamonds, right? There. Yeah, now I'm like really capped on my resistances. I haven't even tempered armor or anything. I'm like I'm like really overcapped. I wish I had something better to spend my tempers on, but I guess to be fair, these are like temp items, so it's not a big problem either way. Okay, there we go. Total armor. Why not? I mean, I don't even know if total armor really matters, considering that I already have disobedience aspect. I'm not even playing Spiritborn. I'm playing a sorcerer, and my uh my armor is gonna go sky high.
Beware the envious, my friend.
Chemqua. All right, let's see. What things can I play around with? Our resource, movement speed. Yeah, sure, I'll do movement speed. Cast 5 skills and become exhausted. I don't really cast skills that often, though. Alright. So, I've already done what I needed to for those. This one... I might actually just roll off armor. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna roll off armor for these gloves, for
Wonder
int.
the sanctuary at
Actually
your
need
fingertips.
damage.
How may I help you?
Yeah. What a time to be alive. That I would actually need to get rid of armor because I have so much. Okay. That's for int. That's fine. Everything seems fine. This is fine. I'm just looking at the affixes. Okay, since the affixes are okay, now I can prioritize trying to put the right aspects, I guess. I can't believe I have no aspects to put on my defensive slots. That's crazy to me, but sure. Okay. Flagration, Creeping Death, Inner Calm. Let's start off with this one. This one should be pretty free. Oh, wait, hold on. Before that, this time I should actually temper first. I actually have natural finesse, I just remembered. So natural finesse should be pretty helpful. Ah. Defensive. I'm okay on that. Movement speed, teleport cooldown reduction. I could do resource cost generation again. Ah, yeah, okay, fine. Now I can actually put on my conflagration aspect. I'm so glad that I went out of my way to unlock it, because I still have yet to come across a better version of it. Okay. Now I can start tempering the rest of them. I'm actually running out, though. Why do these have to be so expensive? Resource generation. It's okay. Ah, damage. What was my old ring? Engulfing flames. Oh, do I not have that aspect? Do I need to, like, salvage it? Ah. Ah, I guess I do. Alright.
My magics await your
I'll salvage
return.
these ones. Engulfing flames on my ring?
Masterful work.
And then for my gloves, I can run Inner Calm. There's no harm in that, right? And then probably for my... Oh, I didn't even bother to temper these, but I mean, I'm going to be running these gloves no matter what anyway, so it's not a problem. I would like to get Incinerate size, but... Okay, cool, lucky me. Of course, this one is more important, getting plain damage. Damage close, okay. That's... It's livable. Alright. Don't know why I don't have incinerate size on this already. Oh, there we go. Same thing here. Incinerate size. Okay, there we go. Now for the sockets. Do I really have anything that helps me? Primary resource? Yeah, cast 5 skills, then become exhausted. I restore a whole bunch of resource. Or maybe when I teleport, I restore primary resource, but it's cast 2 mobility skills. I'm gonna do Cur. Cur is easier to work with. Well, that's that then. And then I have 2 empty slots, for which I will throw in a couple of flawless topazes. Alright, yeah. So sockets are good. This one I'm just gonna leave as is. This one is fine. This is fine. This one I can keep. This one I can keep. This one I can also keep. This one I can keep. Okay. I still need to temper this one and get edge masters on it, I guess, or some other potentially more useful aspect. I'll see what I get. I end up rolling on this resource generation. Yeah. Okay. Now I can keep rolling until. Hey. Okay. I got damage. And my old one was Edge Masters. Do I have any better options? For each different crowd control, nah, I'd rather have Edge Masters. Like, I don't apply enough CCs, so I don't think that's relevant. Eventually I'm gonna replace this with Tau Loop anyway, so yeah. Oh yeah, alright, I have a better Edge Masters now. Hey, okay, I see it. Storm Swell aspect, that's the one I wanted. That's a lot more damage. It's not as often as Edge Masters, but this is whenever I activate Ice Armor. So, against bosses, essentially, this will be quite handy. Alright, yeah. It's looking pretty good. Salvaging all my old equipment. I can keep a couple spares, I suppose, for the time being. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to keep most of these. Yep. That one too can go. Definitely this one can go. I kept it because it had Endless Pyre,
May
but
your road be filled with
fortunately, that doesn't hold merit here. Intelligence, crit strike chance, and shadow resistance. Okay, so what happens if I replace the CSC on this? What would they offer me? I'll try a few times, and if not, then I'll try 3 more times. 2 and 3. There. Not useful. I'll have to salvage this one. Yeah, I'll salvage it. Okay. Things looking pretty solid here. Funny, I just end up getting resource generation on everything. Okay, so the very last thing I need to sort out is my staff, which, come to think of it, I lacked the foresight to keep one of my 2-handed staffs, but that's okay. I did have an alternative plan here, and that's just use one of these. Gear. That's a nice name for a rare focus. Okay. This one's a bit of a problem, though, because I don't... Damage over time, resource cost reduction. I don't have int on it, and I don't have max life.
there is magic in all things. Let
Definitely
me
gotta
show
roll
you.
off mana on kill. I'm just trying to figure out which of these two would be more important in this case. I guess that decision is made for me. Max life it is.
Bright aura. Brighter soul.
Can't believe I burned like 1,500 obols to get whole bunch of nothing burgers. Alright. And then 2 amethysts. Nope. No, no. Wait, oh, shoot. There. Okay, and then finally, the last thing I gotta do is replace my weapon with flamethrowers aspect.
Magic is neither
Yeah.
good nor evil. How may I help you?
Ah, nice. I mean, even if I temper something useless on it, I would still use it. So, I have a choice. 2. Still don't have the one for fiery augments. Or pyromancy augments for incinerate. Well. I hate to say it, but even though this is an incinerate build, I might as well just throw on Elemental Surge Knight. There's nothing else I can really
Hammer
use this with.
sings on your return.
Yep. Okay. I guess that's it then. It's too bad I don't really feel like... I feel like I'm losing out on a lot of damage on my staff as compared to having like a proper 750 item power, but, well, that's what the game gave me to work with, so that's what I'm gonna use. Anything else I need to really look at? The skill tree I'm just gonna assume is fine. Just quickly skimming it. Seems okay to me. Mercenaries, oh yeah, I'm running Subo. My resistances are still perfectly fine, so whatever. We're here. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it as we're here, but eventually I need to switch over to Albion.
Magic
And, oh yes, I remember now. I need to turn all these in. Alright. May have to hold off on that for a second. I'll do 2. 2 at a time. Or I should do the, elixirs first. And yeah, I could just finish up my potion there. But I'm running low on the materials needed to make these somehow. I don't know why, but yeah, it seems to be how it is right now. Okay. Yeah, it's been fun. I think that at this point I've just crossed the 6-hour mark, but I'm not going to be here for that much longer. I'm just going to mute myself, then I'm going to go over my equipment and do the run all on mute, but I'm basically just going to one-tap everything, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I'll try to make it quick. Now I come back, I'll just talk very briefly about how the run went, and then I'm going to go off and try to grab some food, because I am hungry. Alright, folks, it's been an awfully quiet stream. Hope that you're all still with me. Hope that you've enjoyed up until this point. But, yeah, as I mentioned before, I'm gonna get ready to begin my run. Uh, yeah, alright, I'm ready to go. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself now, and I guess I'll see you folks on the other side.
Impressive. Thanks. Time for our roads to part.
Okay, that was nice and easy. If there's anyone still watching, I hope that you folks have enjoyed everything up until this point. What is incendiary? Oh, yeah, right. I already have incendiary. Charge bolts. I don't need that. And edge master is also pretty useless. Nice. Actually, this one's better than the other ring that I have. Well, either way, uh, it's been pretty fun, but yeah, I think I'm gonna be stopping here now. But of course, this character isn't quite finished yet. I'm gonna see how long it takes me to get into Torment, well, from Torment 1 to 4, next stream, which is probably gonna be tomorrow night, is my guess. Yeah, if I do a stream tomorrow, I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, much to consider. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to comment on this Pit 10 run. It's not like a Pit 55 run. Pit 10 is just, go in with, like, once you're, like, properly geared out and just go dog walk it, whatever. As for, uh, as for the 1 to 60, it was, like, the 1 to 60 was alright. It was faster than the other, 1 to 60s that I've done up until now, right? But I think that there's still plenty of ways to improve it or refine the strategy that I'm using. I think that next time I play, like, one reliable way to level would be to just do the campaign and then try to hit nightmare dungeons after the campaign. If we would have enough sigil powder. I don't know how much sigil powder that we were actually supposed to have, so it's hard for me to really tell. And the other thing too is I now know that sigil powder, the best way to get sigil powder, I guess, is to rotate world events. It's either that or like nightmare dungeons, but I don't really feel like nightmare dungeons give very good amounts of sigil powder based off of what I saw. It's world events and elites. If there's like anywhere where you have like a lot of elites grouped up, that's the way to go. So that kind of makes me wonder, though. Maybe Temple of Rot farming? I'm going to write that in really quickly. Temple of Rot. Well, monsters, and then join before hitting the Wanderer's Shrine. I'll just write kill all monsters and then reset. Okay. Well, yeah, that's basically what I'm looking at here. Yeah, I mean, I do wonder if there's anyone actually still hanging out because there's so unusually quiet. It was chatting with people and then now, not so much, but all good. Yes. So looking ahead, yeah, like I said, next stream is gonna be Torment 1 to 4, or at least some small portion of that. I don't think I'll be able to do it all in one go this time. And then the play session after that would be the next character, which think I'm thinking it's going to be either Razor Wings or Dance of Knives Rogue. But yeah, I'll give it some thought. But yeah, we still have our work cut out for us. Torment 1 to 4. I wonder how long that's going to take. I'm doing it without Roderick Jewels too, so I'm at a bit of a handicap. Anyway, we'll talk more about that next time. Run was pretty smooth. Looking forward to the next one. Like the next, like, T1 to T4 on the next stream. And then the next character beyond that. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Kyovashad now, and yeah, let's get going. Yeah, so many things that could be done to improve the run, I think. I did also DC once, and I took all my cinders with me. That would have been an extra level like much sooner. And I had like nightmare sigils too that I could have used with the like XP, but I'm gonna save that for when I make it a torment. So I'm excited for that. Anyway, that pretty much covers everything I wanted to do today. I appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks everyone for watching. Adventure out.